Wolves are magnificent creatures. In the world of folklore, they tend to take on a darker turn. Is it the wolf of Little Red Riding Hood who gobbles up the grandma? Or the three little pigs who gobbles up the pigs? Or is it the wolf in the Lakota tradition who shares with us where and how we should be in the world? In this story, the wolf takes a different turn. Beginning with the wolf of the three little pigs, the wolf becomes a larger metaphorical symbol of what is out of balance in the world. The Four Little Pigs by Joan and Robert Ericksen, inspired by the architectural genius of R. Buckminster Fuller. Dedicated to the children of spaceship Earth, whose curiosity and intuitive comprehension of the universe will bring to life the ideas and integrities of their natural mentors, R. Buckminster Fuller and Henry Bieler, Joan and Robert Ericksen. Once there was a mother pig who did not have enough food for her 4 piglets to eat, and so the sow sent the 4 little pigs to seek their good fortunes on spaceship Earth. After a time, each little pig chose a separate way. The first pig wove a house of straw, the second pig made a house of sticks, and as the tale has been told, there appeared a big gray wolf who huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed and blew the house in. The third pig built his house of bricks, and it was not so long after the brick house was finished that the wolf appeared to huff and puff. But after many hours of huffing and puffing, puffing and huffing, the poor wolf could not blow the house in. And so the wolf went away deflated. The third pig, when building his house, gave little notice to the forces of nature. And not long after the wolf disappeared, the pig's brick house was set upon by more powerful energy than the wolf. Twirling, whirling winds came pushing and pulling past the third pig's house, and the earth beneath began to quake and crack, crack, causing the little pig's home to grumble and fall. There was not much the pig thought he could do except rebuild and patch his house, hoping the cataclysms would not return. Poor pig. Now he had to spend so much time patching and rebuilding that he found no great measure of time to do what he liked best. The third pig was unhappy. The fourth pig, after seeing the problems of the 3 little pigs, decided to go into the woods to see how his forest friends put their houses together. From this, he might learn why the 3 little pigs were not successful in building their houses strong. As the little pig walked in the woods, he saw birds nesting. Some nests were hanging, some nests were resting in the arms and the necks of trees. I would like my house to be round like the bird's strong nest, thought the little pig. But my house must have a roof, for I do not have feathers to protect me from the rain, snow, and cold. Bzzz came a swarm of bees on their way to a nearby hive, returning from a day gathering honey. The little pig decided to follow the bees. When the little pig first caught sight of the hive home, it looked to him much like a gray ball hanging from a tree. As he moved closer, he saw the outside of the hive was made from a paper-thin skin. Inside the skin, there are many layers of closely packed hexagons. Hexagons. The hive was a round hotel for bees. The bees' hotel was strong and flexible as it swung in the breeze, hanging from the tree by only a few thin threads. Hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides and 6 triangles. Triangle. A triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles. The bee's hive gave the pig many ideas to think about. Perhaps a ball, sphere form of a hive in hexagons had something to do with making a hive strong, thought the pig. The fourth pig walked further into the woods until he came upon the silky web home of his spider friend. In the sun, the web's beautiful threads glisten. "How does such a delicate creature support you and insects you have caught?" asked the pig. "I've learned how to do more with less," said the spider. "Some materials are very strong, even though they are light in weight. My web can hold many times its own weight because it is made of a strong material and because every part of my web shares the insect load evenly." Just then the snail passed by, moving quietly along the floor of the forest, carrying his shell home on his back. The fourth pig said goodbye to the spider and thanked him for the information, and then followed the snail into a mushroom patch. "Mr. Snail, do you carry your house with you all the time?" the fourth pig asked the snail. "Yes, I take my home with me wherever I go, because it is very light and easy to carry," said the snail. "What a clever idea," said the pig. The snail smiled and slowly moved out of sight. In all of his travels through the woods, the pig had not seen a shelter built in the shape of a cube. The forest beings made their homes round. "Why haven't any of my forest friends built their homes from cubes?" wondered the fourth pig. And so he decided to find an answer. First, he built a triangle and a square to find out which shape was stronger. The fourth pig had seen his brothers building square houses, and he had also seen the forest animals use triangles in their buildings. Triangles in a bird's nest, triangles in the snail's shell, and some triangles in the spider's web. In making a square and a triangle, he found the triangle used less material and was strong and stable, whereas the square used one more side and was weak and folded. Then the pig joined two triangles and made a tetrahedron, and then he joined four squares and made a cube. The tetrahedron was strong and sturdy like a pyramid, and the cube was weak and folded, just like his brothers' homes. At last, the fourth pig knew why his brothers' cube houses were weak, even when they were made of heavy bricks. The little pig learned many wonderful ideas about structure from his forest friends, and from these ideas he saw how he would build his home. And so the fourth pig began to build his structure. The little pig worked and thought very hard, and when the fourth pig's house was done, it looked like this. The dome was filled with sunshine, and inside the pig grew colorful flowers and fresh vegetables. The fourth pig's sturdy structure withstood the swirling, twirling winds and the rumbly, grumbly earthquake. News about the little pig's dome traveled through the forest. The birds told the wolf told the bees told the spider, and the spider told the snail. And they all traveled out to see the fourth pig's new home. When the animals arrived at the dome home, they expected to see the little pig singing and dancing, filled with happiness. "You have built a wonderful home, but you do not seem very happy," said the animals to the pig. "I am happy about my dome," said the pig, "but since I have a shelter and the food I need, I have had time to think, and I realize that all the earth's animals are living in harmony with nature except for the animal called man. Man has not learned your secret of how to do much with little, so he wastes the earth's treasures and threatens all life on our planet. Millions of men and other animals are needlessly homeless and hungry, all because man has not learned to do more with less. I have learned that man knows very little and thinks he knows a lot." "We have seen what you are talking about," said the birds, "for in our many years of flying in the once so blue sky, we have seen man dumping and pumping the earth's resources into the air, water, and land, thinking that the resources he was throwing away were something called garbage." "How can we help man understand what he is doing to our planet?" asked the pig. "If man can learn to use and reuse what he calls waste," said the spider, there would be more for everyone, and our planet would be saved from destruction, the snail said. Perhaps man still sees the world as if it were flat, going on and on, never stopping with an unending supply of plants and water, oxygen and animals. If man saw the Earth was a small, pear-shaped spaceship traveling in the universe, he would know that there's only a certain amount of life supplies aboard our spacecraft, and once they are destroyed, they cannot be replaced. Man does not understand how nature works because he sees the world as if it were in parts, said the wolf. Man truly needs a whole picture of the earth, said the pig. Maybe we could get man to put together all his knowledge of the earth, and then he would begin to see where and how he is working against nature. We could send an invitation to all men of the earth and ask them to bring together all the known ideas about the earth. Information about where the earth's resources are and how they are being used. That is a wonderful idea, said the animals. Let us do it right away. And so the animals prepared a letter and sent it to man. Soon, men from all parts of the planet began to put together a whole picture of the earth. From this picture, they saw the importance of the oceans, clouds, rain, sun, moon, changing seasons, stars, plants, rivers, forests, creatures, seeds. Man now understood nature, and from this understanding, he learned how to make the earth's resources serve all living beings. At last, man could do more with less. The sky became blue again. The rivers, streams, oceans returned to full life, and the human mind grew to be lovely as the butterflies, birds, wolves, flowers, bees, trees, and all other living creatures returned to live with man. Now man knew how to work with nature to take care of the delicate spaceship Earth as it traveled its continual course in the universe.